So we are done with the bodies of this. It's as simple as this. So the next thing I want to do is to go over to the neckline to create the back collar line. Okay, so to do this right away, I'm going to first of all extend this line. But why I don't want to extend this line yet is because this line, we have to take the measurement from the back neckline. So to do that, I'm going to use this line to create my back. What I mean is I'm creating my center back neckline right here. So this is my center back and I want to create the neckline. So the width of my neckline for the center back should also be the same as 2.5 I'm using for the miniature drawing, and the depth is 1 inch. So once that is done, I'm going to place my pattern ruler to that. Can you see that? So this is how we usually create our neckline. So I'll just go in with my tape and take the measurement of what I have around there. Okay, so what I have there is 2.5. So I'm going to come to my neckline and I'm going to extend from the shoulder line at 2.5. So I'll just measure at 2.5, and at that point I'm going to square my line. So I'm squaring my line using my protractor. I have a protractor in here, 90 degrees. So all I'm going to do is to place it right here. If you know how to use your protractor very well, you will definitely understand what I'm doing here. But if you don't know, then you can just square the line. But it's good you square the line accordingly. So I'm squaring this line according to the, will I call it the shape of the collar, or the width you want. So the width is your choice. So I can just, like a miniature scale drawing, I can do 2 inches. And once I do 2 inches, I'm going to return this. I will just take it from here. Okay, because the width remains the same. So this 2 inches is not constant. Please take note of that. It's not constant. This is the width of the collar. So it's by choice. So once I extended that line, I'll bring in the shape of my collar. That is the way you want your collar shape to be. Okay, so I can also do my free hand to get the shape the way I want into that point. So this is my collar. Okay. So the next thing I'll be doing after I've created my collar right now, I'm going to fold in this line. Okay, so I'm folding this line right now on this line, as you can see. So I'll be able to trace out my collar on that other side. Can you see that? So once that is done, you have to make sure this covers all of these parts. Okay, so everything has to cover everything we have on this side. So I'm just checking if my paper goes through and cover. All right, so once I'm done folding this, the next thing I want to do with my tracing wheel, I'm going to trace this collar so it appears on the other side. Okay, so I'm tracing it right now with my tracing wheel. Okay, up to this point. So I will open it up once again and follow the lines of my tracing wheel. Okay, so I'm seeing the lines of my tracing wheel now. From this point, I'll follow the lines of my tracing wheel up to this point to form the collar at the actual position. So this is the collar. Can you see that? So the main collar, this is the real collar, okay, which we are going to use for this dress. Okay, so now on this point I will come out by 0.5 and blend it up for ease of sewing to the back neckline. So this is 0.5, and I'll blend in my pattern ruler like this so it sits well at that point. Okay, so right here we are done with this collar. So the next thing we want to do is to take the measurement of what we have right here to create our ruffles. So these ruffles are actually very easy. So I'll be taking the measurement of what I have on this. As you can see, up to this line I have 16.5. So 16.5, that is 16.5 inches. I'm going to multiply by 3 depending on how much ruffles you want to create. So if you multiply this by 3, we have about 16 times 2 is 32, plus another 16, 48, plus okay, we have about 50 inches or 49.5 inches. So I'm working with 50 inches ruffles for one part of the front. So remember that what we have here, we are going to cut 2 times of it. So it means 50 inches is only for here, 50 inches is for the other part. Okay, and then we'll now create our ruffles, okay, for it. So I'll use only one part to demonstrate to you. So like I always say, the back neckline is not a problem. Okay, the back is not a problem. Simply draft your normal back